Hello again! Here you can see the first pictures I have when I picked up the car, and as you can see it's looking pretty good. I kind of fell in love with the car straight away, and the only big proper eyesore was that the logo was in the wrong place, and it was also a smaller logo than originally. I first contacted my local Porsche dealer and they wanted $400, but luckily I found it on the internet for a lot less, and after finding instructions, one of my favorite design elements of the car is now back in place. The next thing I had to fix was brake pads. Since I heard some scratching sounds already from the first drive, I just ordered some new EBC brake pads and put right back on them.
The problem was, as you can see here, that this one was completely gone and the other one was completely cracked and ruined. The reason for this, I think, was that the last brake pad change didn't change the sensors, which can pop out pretty easily. So that the sensor didn't give, or the warning sensors didn't give you any information when the pads were actually worn out. But changing the brake pads on this car is the easiest thing I've ever done on any car. You just take off a little pin, knock out the thing, and press out the brake pads and put it in again. Brilliant design.
Since the brake pads were completely worn out, there was some metal and brake dust burned to the rims. So after some research online and asking different shops and getting recommendations, I found out that Tuga Alu-Teufel was the absolute best product, and I can't recommend it highly enough. It's by far the best wheel cleaner I've ever tried. I put the links below, so check it out. Next time I was gonna go for a drive, I suddenly discovered this weird sound. See, the sound went away when the clutch pedal was pressed, and luckily the last owner sent me this sheet with information from Porsche saying that the sound came from the steering oil reservoir, and that meant I had to get the car to Porsche, and it cost over $2,500. So that was a pretty big expense straight from the get-go, but I felt I had to make it right because I needed the car drivable as soon as possible, and since this was something that had been upgraded for Porsche, I wanted the newest part so I wouldn't get this problem again. On the positive side, it gave me a chance to check out the brand new Taycan.
Got a loaner car for today since my 996 Turbo is at the garage. Since I had a Roadster before, this was a pretty interesting car to test drive. It's kind of a halfway between a 911 and a Tesla Roadster. And I have to say, I'm a very big fan. I think this car looks very good. Kind of keeps the Porsche design, plus with some new features with the air slots here and the headlights and stuff. I think the only thing I don't really love is the fact that it's a sedan and not a station wagon. Inside it's a typical Porsche interior, which is awesome. Basically everything I don't like about the Tesla Model 3 and Model S is 10 times better here. The seats are amazing, you feel so supported, sit so low. Design and interior quality is 10 times better, and I love the steering wheel. Just the fact that the Tesla steering wheels are so thick and cheap feeling makes me like the car 10 times worse. Although I have to say that I think they are better than a lot of the bad reviews they have gotten. So, all in all, I love this car. I would gladly have it as my family car. I wish I had it, or if I could change 2 things about it to make it the perfect car, I would make it a station wagon and have at least 500 kilometers range, and I think it would be the perfect family car in every way.
My latest repair was getting a new battery, and I got a Banner Powerbull Pro P100. Banner is the official supplier for Porsche now, and it's also been a test winner on all the battery tests I've seen here in Europe, so if you can get a hold of those, it's definitely recommended. Be sure to subscribe and check out next week's video where I have calculated all the ownership cost and the price loss of the car since it was new.